Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we will do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom, we go into the charts with BTC going up to the upside there with a nice bounce off of support of these ranges of these previous daily candle closes and reclaiming this 382 of the diagonal pitch fan. Let's go into the high block capital and take a look at these liquidation levels. What are these liquidation levels? Well, it's where people leave their liquidity in the charts to get burnt to a crisp by the market maker for not using a stop loss. And we get to see where those crispy characters lie, so let's go see where their carcasses lie, shall we? Okay, so we had previously talked about coming up into this region, at least at the bare minimum, taking out these 100x and 50x characters, which we did, and we continued further up. What's up, buddy? He was crying and insisting that we so I got a little partner in crime watching me here. That's you, kiddo, see? You want to see yourself? Yeah, you're watching. So yeah, so anyway, they came back and grabbed these 50x and 100x pause for a hot minute, pinged some more guys in, and went and grabbed them with a fury, including this 307 million. Yes, that was what we saw, the 618 bounce live, and we bounced up and grabbed these guys and went to the top of the range, grabbed the whole 200 million stacked pools. We pinged some more. It looks like we're pinging more to the downside here, but first let's give a shout out to our burnt carcasses here.
Fatality.
Yeah, and they get a little bit of wine poured out for them. And now it looks like there is some pinged long liquidity, some 50x down at 26,314, a $366 million pool that they wicked down and grabbed, it looks like. Let's go see if they got that guy. Looks like they did. They wicked down and grabbed him. They said, nope.
Fatality.
Yeah, that's what happens. They get liquidated. And so now it looks like they pinged in some shorts up here as opposed to the longs. They have 116 million as opposed to the 78 million down below. They could come back up here to the top of the range for a third hit to the high and try to take out these 100x pools, 152 million up at 2689. And that is the 1 minute time frame of high block. Let's expand our vision to the higher time frames to see where these other pools may or may not lie. On the 7-day time frame, it looks like we took out the range. We talked about the imbalance up here at the 2689 region, and now it looks like it's kind of ambiguous to which side has more. Is not clear at this time on the 7-day time frame. If we expand our vision to the higher time frame of the 1 month, we can see that there is a pool now of double digits characters, quite yellow hot, up in the 28.1 region. And so we could come all the way up to the 28k region. It looks like there is a hotter pool up there if we don't start to ping down into retrace a little bit here first. Let's go into the 3 month and take a look. 3 month time frame. Looks like they could have cleared this imbalance and start making their way up into these double digit characters all the way up into the 30k region and beyond. That is a possibility available to them. And if we go to the 6 month.
What's up, kiddo? Don't cry. It's okay.
So it looks like on the 6 month time frame we do still have those $200 billion down here at the 24.6 region. Although if they do make that narrative shift to want to come up here, they do have 22 million, 15 million, 22 million, and 47 million up at 28.2, and billion dollars at 28.8, 29, 54, 44 and beyond. So you got this double digit narrative. Your chocolate bread got on my fingers, little boy. You're gonna go see your mom now? Whoosh, go get her. See you later. All right, I gotta make this brief. I gotta teach a CEO, kind of board director guy of a company in about 30 minutes. So I gotta get ready for that and then go out shopping with the family. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Sundays. It is Sunday, June 18th, 8:07 a.m. here in Japan. So it looks like we have on the 2-year time frame the highest pool imbalance up at 32.4 for $159 billion. You do have that 154 down at 24.4 that we could come back to at a moment's notice. So keep that on your radar. In terms of pools, we have the 137 down at 23.6 and so on. Let's go to the monthly. We're not going to do such a detailed analysis of the liquidity, but just basically the 28.1 region, it seems to be a juicy target on the monthly time frame. So could we come back to that before we come down into here? If we come down into here, it looks like the narrative is shifting to the upside. Let's go see what level we're at on the fibs. The bearish trend based fib extension level of the 1 level is starting to hold as a potential resistance point. If we come back down into that, we fall down lower. Let's go into the Binance chart and throw on our oscillators and say what's up. Let's say what's up. Chichi no hi omedetou gozaimasu. Ah yes, it is Father's Day. Thailand on next year's list. Nice. You're going to Thailand 8 days, then Kyoto, then Bali. No. That's cool. Man, I wish I could be traveling around like that. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute with all the COVID restrictions. My mom came to visit the other day of May, so. All right, so let's erase what we had here. We said the 618 bounce, which occurred. We bounced out of there. We came up to the liquidity pool we had lined out for you from before, from Saturday, June 10th last week. So these levels are cleared out. And this fib level is also hit the Hail Mary of the 1618 for this bullish trend-based fib level. So we can delete this now. And yeah, let's delete that because we got that 618 bounce. And this bearish trend-based fib level, we hit the 236 of the bearish trend-based fib. And if we break through and beyond this 26723 region, this is negated. We'll leave this up for now. We have yet to hit these pools up here. So let's turn on our oscillators. Boom, heads up display on. What is this? Little bit of happiness. This is Momentum Master. Link in the description for more. Scroll down the features, toggle it at your leisure, and read about the components on each button here as we go over. All right, so we had this cloud shift on the 4-hour. We burst through it, which is a very nice sign to see for a reversal. Starts to thin out, and at some point you come back to kiss this cloud. Now, does that mean you come back immediately and Bart Simpson down to this? You could, in a similar fashion here, and then they bearishly retest and broke down. If it breaks down in a manner like this is not a very healthy sign for continuation. This would be what you'd call the Bart Simpson down to the downside. So you'd rather see this come up and hold if you're going to see a continuation. On the Momentum Master Suite, you see this continuation idea here. This is Bitcoin's local bottom. This is also something you could use as a case study for Momentum Master. It's 30 hours plus of tracing price action and the indicator to get this. So it's worth taking note of. This is Bitcoin's bottom at 15K. So we bounced out here. We consolidated nicely. The cloud came up to this and it was still kind of thick. We bounced it, it thinned out a little bit, and then we were gone. All right, so you'd like to see that occur if that's going, rather than breaking down into the cloud and bearishly retesting out of it, you'd rather see the cloud come up in this manner. So this type of thing occurs over and over again if you're going to see continuation. So for the trend cloud idea, you'd want to see this price action come up and kiss this price action, start to curve in a manner but hold, and then you get this kiss off the cloud and you're gone. So it's the cloud kiss and holding beneath price action that is the key. We are holding the fat boy baseline on the 4 hour, which is nice to note. If we look at oscillator B, we could do a double top scenario and continue higher. When do the 4 hour time frame get pinned like this? This is when you have higher time frame support, and we talked about that. We said the 22 hour is in your favor for a long, and we had the rising sun on the Williams, which brought us to the upside alongside the crossover event at the bottom of the Keltner channel. This is what we like to see. If we go to the daily time frame here, sorry, we're all over the place today. We're just trying to see where the cookie crumbles as it crumbles. So we have 47 minutes for the daily candle close. Daily candle close is closing beneath this cloud, and now you are getting that kind of curvature potential on the daily time frame now, which suggests if you come up above this and start closing candles above, and you start to see this support of the daily cloud, this could be an interesting kind of idea to continue. And that's the daily time frame. Also in the weekly candle close, I believe you have, no, why am I doing 5 hours? Should be 5 day. 3 day? Yeah, the 3 day closes in 46 minutes. So the 3 day candle is going to close bullish and above this cloud by the looks of it. So you're going to get back above this Binance chart cloud. The one thing we pointed out a few days ago is how the Binance cloud looks different from the KuCoin cloud, because we were saying that they're possibly shifting their assets into Bitcoin more than the other exchanges. So the Binance chart has a thicker cloud than the others. So if you go to like Bybits, for example, it's going to have a thinner cloud. If you go to KuCoin, thinner cloud. If you go to Binance, thicker cloud, because they're buying more Bitcoin with their attempts to avoid SEC reclamation of funds. So that's kind of interesting. At least that's how I'm intuiting the data. And this daily cloud could shift and we start to see this hold if we can hold above that level. Let's go see what's going on. That is right, it is Father's Day. Hopefully you enjoy your Father's Day with your family if you or your fathers. Let's go see what is going on. It looks like they're coming back to these 100x pools. Grab that 116, grab that 40 million, and now they're aiming at this $86 million character of shorts. Alright, sorry, back to the charts. So daily time frame is starting to curve up here. You had previous bullish divergence on the money flow, which triggered a stop loss hunt, and then we were out of here. So now we're back above that range. I notice this happens a lot where you have bullish divergence, which triggers a stop loss hunt, and then you're out. So the bullish divergence triggers some sort of algorithmic sell-off for lower entry, and also creates a cushion off the retail, and then they get that better entry off of the stop loss hunt and they're gone. You also had the Williams in a oversold status, and now you're attempting to get this rising sun cross up event, which will most likely occur in 43 minutes when it updates the stochastic data on the daily time frame. Okay, so we previously said that the 22 hour was playing itself out and it's now overbought, so you need to be aware of that it needs to chill out for a little bit. It's been a while since we came all the way up to the overbought zone. In previous times we did chill out and come down at that time, so something to note. When the 22 gets overbought, we could see a retrace of some kind. If we go to the 12-hour time frame, this is where we previously saw the subtle support which caused us to come out of this range. Was the 4-hour was pinned, but the 6 and the 12-hour had us at hello with their oversold status and Williams. And we talked about this tidal river basin kind of idea, this rocky quarry double bottom of the Williams, which is not a tidal, a fertile crescent, river basin. It's not this green double bottom, but it is like a rocky quarry double bottom thing that had us coming out of here on the 12-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame also dipped in and created a rocky quarry bottom here on the Williams. I don't know, I start seeing these things as like mountains with like rivers and stuff, so pardon me for the reference of like quarries and tidal river basins and all these things. It just starts to look like that after a time to me. So we're starting to get overbought on the 6-hour and the 12-hour and the 22-hour. These time frames are getting exhausted, but this is when you start to look for that last burst on the lower time frames for a potential retrace idea. Okay, so the Williams is separated here and overbought, but normally it comes up in a manner here where the Williams comes up a little bit higher before you start to come down. So this kind of gives you the intuition that it's going to meet together in a close manner here. Similar to here, like when you got up to this point, you didn't immediately come down. It took some time for that average of the Williams to come up before it crossed down. And this is back testable levels of that cross, which is why I put the alarm there. So when the alarm goes off, that's generally when you start to see downside. So these alarms are back tested with hole smoothing and other cool factors which tell you that reversal point may be near. So when they're separated like that, you're generally safe to assume that it's going to at least go sideways until this gets closer. So this is what it's saying on the 6-hour, is that it's going to still go sideways while this goes up. So it's not your immediate short zone yet, if that's what you're thinking. Might be to chill out on that idea. 4-hour time frame as well. Takes some time for this to come up and cross. So you could still see this come up just a little bit more for that double top scenario on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame cloud is also shifting and starting to curve up in a manner here. How far will this continue to the upside is the question. We're reclaiming the 200 weighted moving average, and the baselines are separated in a manner here. We are seeing potential rejection off the thin boy, which is the first starting sign of fatigue on the 4-hour time frame. If we go to the hourly time frame, we're going to start to see this fatigue starting to set in. We saw the fatigue set in. They did an extended M to say nope to the shorts. And are they going to go up a little bit higher here? This could be a shoulder, head, and potential shoulder to the downside. So please be aware of that. Cloud is still thick, but curving in a manner here of showing some sign of some sort of fatigue here. This is the 236 entry model for a bearish trend-based fib. You got 1, 2, 3 hits to this level. If you can't break above it, then you could be coming back down into these regions again. Hourly time frame is oversold and attempting to get back up and climb back up here and play itself out to fruition. The money flow is beneath the RSI on the hourly time frame. I would be surprised if you don't get a third hit up into these regions of the 26,815, 26,867. Take out these 50x pools would be nice to see. Whether you get above that to 27,342, it depends on the liquidity pools we have above. We do have some pools up above here and leading to that 28.1 region. So there is a narrative that could occur to the upside more as we enter the weekly candle close. So the weekly candle close is going to ensue, let's say, in the next day and an hour. cloud is still thick, everything going up here. If you start to see this buyback wick here off the weekly, this could be an interesting zone to have another week of potential upside here. We still have a lot of room to cover before these baselines get negated. This could just be a double top scenario where you start to go up to go down again, and this could be a B, C to the downside. So this is not the bullish narrative per se, just be careful if this is the case, because there is still a lot of liquidity down below in these regions. So what to look for? These daily time frame closes, how is it going to hold? How much of this wick is going to become a sell-off wick, spinning top, indecision doji thing or not? We so far have three, well, I don't know why they call them white when they're green candles, but three white soldiers potential on the daily time frame, which is a bullish scenario. So that could lead to a nice weekly candle close. So what do we want to see? I would have liked to have seen this be a more fortuitous candle up to here and close in that state with the retrace coming down into this cloud like this. So beggars can't be choosers, so it could come up like that and hold. But as it stands right now, you're not really seeing that fervor just yet on the daily time frame. Daily time frame is getting some love on the momentum here. You're getting a level up to the 73 region. MACD has crossed. Williams looks like it could cross, so that is interesting to note. Let's go into the smaller time frame entry potential. So you're getting these 6 time frames oversold. This is something to take heed of, and yeah, 6 time frames meandering around here. The Williams is overbought, getting fatigue potential on the 15 minutes, so you could watch for that 15 minute to fatigue out here. Are you making a shoulder, head and shoulder? If you start to break down out of this region, then this could be your 3 hits before you come down to retrace. You do have some pools down below here. This guy got taken out, but his partner in crime down here at 25,777. So 25,777 could be a juicy target for a retrace zone if we come down out of this on the 15 minute. You also have those higher time frames fatiguing out on you. So after the daily candle close, are you going to come down into these regions for some retracement idea? Alright, ladies and gents, I gotta go get ready for my student in about 30 minutes, so I will catch you on the flip side. Hopefully that was a nice little update for you for where we want to see price go for the weekly candle close. I will try to do another update this evening if time permits. So thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same, bringing the fire, the accuracy, the precision, and all that fun stuff, and we will catch you on the flip side.